you can't control him. He's for better or for worse. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. You can't control. They can't control their client. Okay. So anyway, I was just curious what happens there. Now, go ahead, Wesley.
No, I was going to set up the Nancy Pelosi.
Go. You set it up.
Okay. Abe sent us a short audio that we're going to play here in just a second, where Nancy Pelosi essentially makes fun of your ordinary and everyday person. Clip. What is it? Five.
We've seen demagogues come down the pike, destroy the press. What do the Republicans say? Fake news. So they're diminishing that in the eyes of these poor souls who are looking for some answers. We've given them to them, but they're blocked by some of their views on guns. They have the 3 Gs: guns, gays, God.
What is she talking about?
Yeah,
I think I know. But what
she has disdain for the average American. So, Abe, why don't you kind of why don't you just kind of get into the mind of Nancy Pelosi?
And everybody else
swamp,
just sit back.
The swamp that is the mind of Nancy Pelosi, and let our listeners know, what is it she's actually saying.
Yeah, I mean, this is a part of a debate at Oxford Union. She was debating, her assertion was that populism is a threat to democracy. And she was lamenting the fact that she and the Democrat parties are providing answers to these poor souls, but they can't accept the answers that the Democrats are offering them because of their affinity for the 3 Gs: God, guns, and the concern about gays. And the thing that's so interesting, that people like her, they cannot help but to express their utter contempt and disdain for the American people. It's no different than Barack Obama. Let me be clear, clinging to your guns and your God and your religion.
That was good.
Well,
that was a good imitation.
It was better than my Biden, Abe.
Yeah, and just like, she was trying to never be president, with talking about the basket of deplorables. These people have utter disdain for American people, and they really believe that you are so incapable, you are so enfeebled that you cannot think for yourself. So they need to do your thinking for you, and you need to just simply embrace what they tell you and stop your, affinity for the 3 Gs, in her words. And last I checked, doesn't Nancy Pelosi, isn't she Catholic?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yet she wants to help these poor souls who can't get answers for themselves by having a faulty understanding on, abortion, she says later on in that exact same clip. But it's just another example of the consistent phenomenon. And a point that I think is worth noting is that when you see this happen from people who share this ideology, who share this worldview across human history at different points in times, it should help the American people realize this is what they really think. They really believe that you are incapable of understanding life for yourself, that if you actually believe what the Bible says, you are a person in need of aid of some sort, and you need to rely on these elite, progressive, regressive people in order to help shepherd you through this tumultuous thing called life.
Well, and what she said in this debate at Oxford Union, which was about the issue of populism, actually proves why populists have success. And populism is a word that refers to folks who are average, ordinary folks who do not believe that the elites, including the political elites,